how to romanticize your life as a busy mom that leads a pretty chaotic life. You're the main character of your movie. Remember that you get to decide what it sounds like, what it feels like, what your ending is. Welcome back to The Beast Den. I hope you enjoyed the intro to this small film. For me, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sloan the Beast. I am a chaos coach helping women just like you find synergy or intentional imbalance in your life as an entrepreneur and a mother. When I started researching this topic, I started realizing that everything that's out there regarding romanticizing your life is like soft life things, right? And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I could not necessarily relate. As you can see, my life is not very like soft life. My life is very edgy. I'm always preaching about doing things your way, and it's because I want you to find the little moments in your day that feel authentic to you, slowing down those moments so that you can feel like you're in your own movie. So that's gonna take me to number one. And how do you romanticize your life as a busy mom leading a chaotic life is to slow down. I know that sounds counterintuitive, especially because we're go, 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 go all the time, but I'll give you an example of exactly how it is I've been able to do that. Having breakfast with my kids, that has become a non-negotiable for me regardless of what my day looks like, what's going on. I used to say to my fitness coach, like, I don't have the time to have breakfast. Like, I need coffee and whatever, you know, I'll eat again later. What I realized in working with her is that actually I was creating in my kids this sense of instability and an unhealthy relationship when it came to food. I like to say that I'm a passionate Latina, and if you know, you know. So I have a really strong temperament, and what I have found is when things start feeling out of control, when things start just going a little too array, or I'm having to do multiple pivots, the way that I can better manage that is to just slow down. I ground myself by breathing. I ground myself by reminding myself that I'm safe. I'm in an environment where God does not give us anything more than what we can control. Whatever is happening, whether it's my kids having temper tantrums at Target, or, you know, something in my business didn't go the way that I wanted it to, or something unexpected happens, I'm safe to experience this. I'm safe to come up with a solution for this. I get to have these experiences that then I can share with my community and with my people who it can then benefit, because you never know what people are going through. I would not have that thought process, however, if I had not slowed down and really got to the root of, okay, what do I need to do in order to enjoy this life? Because we really do have such a blessing in being able to be women in business and women that are raising babies. But at the same time, we don't want to get so caught up in doing the things that we're not enjoying. Really, one of the ways to do that is to slow down. So this morning, I'm just going to make some protein muffins. Called my mom to see if she'll take the kids for a little bit so I can go to the gym. And then from there, we've got a couple errands to run.
Finally. one. I like this one.
So I ended up having to come back home because I forgot my external hard drive and one of my son's book bags so that I can work while I'm doing laundry. Again, this is a chaotic life. Being all the way out and now having to come back home. So I'm just gonna put away some things that I got at Target and then head out. Laundry's on, kids have been dropped off, and now we are on our way to meet with Edward at the gym. Full transparency, have been going through, again with these intrusive thoughts, right? Like, just some body negativity, I guess. I don't want to call it like body dysmorphia, but like, definitely like body negativity with myself. I'm just not really happy with where I'm at. I feel like I was making really great progress, and then we started going through all our different transitions from, you know, the move and like everything else that happened. I had all these trips, and it seems like getting back on track has been a little bit difficult. I will say that what's helping in being consistent is adapting this 12-week year. I think that it just gives me a higher sense of ownership to my results. Being consistent at the gym is hella important to me right now. Edward and I are gonna have a little date at the gym today, and we're doing glutes, so I'll bring you guys along for that. Of the movie, because every Saturday
helmets, motocross boots, long sleeve and long pants.
No pulling. So this is the first class of the new term for this Energy of Motherhood and Business, and I feel like I just need to get out of the house. I need to be cozy, I need to feel confident, and so I'm wearing all my favorites so that I can grab lunch and hopefully have enough time to do everything before 3 o'clock. At this point it's 2 o'clock, so we'll see.
Cuidado, cuidado, cuidado.
So I'm back home and I have minutes to spare for today's training. And 10 acres north to south. How many square acres is it? What did you do to help you solve it? So if you multiply 10 times 12, what does that give you? So today's first training went pretty good, honestly. I feel really good about it. I do have merch that I'm going to be giving my students, which I'm psyched about. And at this point, I have to get going. I gotta pick up the boys so that we can go to church. And I'll probably be getting some work done too, so I'll bring you guys along. Let's get going. So we have made it home, and I'm exhausted. Edward was doing a house call, so he's not here. It's just me I got the kids Chick-fil-A because it's already late and I don't want to cook at this time, honestly. Bedtime for us is such a struggle because we're still getting used to just the idea of a bedtime. Usually we're super lenient and it doesn't matter, but living in an RV community, curfew's at 10 o'clock. It's been a little bit of a struggle trying to get the kids to bed by 9 o'clock. We've used melatonin, but I don't want it to become like a dependency. Like, oh, they gotta go to sleep, let me give them a gummy to go to sleep. Like, I want them to just naturally learn how to wind down, and as parents, I think it's a skill that we need to learn as well. So yeah, whatever tips you have on getting your kids acclimated to a bedtime, please let me know down below. They are high energy children, so I don't know. All right, let's get these kids in bed. What I'm trying to do. How do you romanticize your life is create a playlist for your life. I know that sounds wild, but I promise you, as a mom of 4, with 4 dogs, with multiple businesses, my life is a movie, legit. This week I posted on my Instagram just about how everyone was listening either to the new Drake album or to the new Bad Bunny album, and then everyone's like hype over that, and here I am like listening to classical music. And it may sound like, you know, but like honestly, hear me out on this. The benefits of classical music are endless. Not only do they open up the creative side of your mind, but actually it helps you better regulate your emotions. This is my tried and true way of grounding my kids, of rooting my kids whenever they just have big emotions. This is the way that I kind of settle everybody back into play. And it's to play classical music. I will link my favorite playlists down below, but for me, it just is a way for everyone to slow down, again, for everyone to calm down. Classical music doesn't, you know, it's not an adrenaline rush. It really is something that taps into the part of your mind that, again, is creative, is inspirational, is more empathetic, right? And so when I was growing up, I was brought up on classical music. I was brought up on jazz. I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, rap, or anything like that, unless you count like Michael Jackson, who is like really one of the only secular music that I was really allowed to listen to. But in my household, we listened to a lot of classical music and jazz. And the reason for that is because we were 5 growing up in the same household. And my mom was the only one really taking care of us. And so she found that when she was playing these modern pop songs or 90s hip hop, what it did is entice in us, one, higher adrenaline, right? Now we were hyperactive, and I like to say my boys are all boy. Like they love to wrestle, they love to fight. Even my daughter is very like high energy. And so when emotions are high, I play classical music. I also play classical music even on the weekends when we're cleaning, and just I want my kids to be well cultured, and that is something that I'm trying to leave as a part of my legacy. So playing classical music or playing a music that is more serene, a music that is more in tune to who you are, right? Because that's just who I am. If your thing is rap, then go for it. Play a 90s soundtrack, you know, play a Drake playlist, whatever it is that makes sense for you. Hi, do you have to use the bathroom? Be here, you have to be real quiet, okay? Your life is a movie. I like to think of my life as like a Tarantino film. He is the director behind Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill. Inglourious Basterds. His films are really based on, it's like a fusion between like it's like high action and mass drama. Like his dialogue is just like endless rants of storytelling. Like that's the way that I envision my life. For you, as you start romanticizing your life, as you start tapping into like, what does it really mean for me to like actually live in my moment? What does it mean for me to tap into my next tip, main character energy, is I would go back to like, who are your favorite directors? If you don't know who they are, think about your favorite movies. What do they all have in common, right? What do you love about them? And if your life were directed by that director, what would it look like? You know, you really want to think about like, okay, what in the film would be like my climax? What is the drama? Like what is the soundtrack like? What is the aesthetic like? And that is literally how I curate my life. This is how I romanticize my life, is thinking I'm in a Tarantino film and I speak that way and I live my life that way and I view my life through that lens. And it's so beautiful when you're able to do that. You are the main character of your movie. Truly. And so I want you to show up that way. Show up with confidence. If this is your movie, why wouldn't you show up like, I am that girl? Yes, I get to decide what my life looks like. I get to decide how I decorate my home. It doesn't have to be, you know, Pinterest perfect. My life doesn't have to be exactly, you know, the way that everybody else's life is. I get to determine what my life looks like. And so how do you romanticize your life as a busy mom? Remember that you're the main character of your movie. Remember that you get to decide what it sounds like, what it feels like, what your ending is. And that's my last tip, is you get to decide what your happy ending looks like. And the way to do that is to create a vision for your life. Romanticizing your life has become a trend in social media, but truly I think it's a beautiful trend. I think it's important for you to identify, what is my vision? What does my life look like if I get to be a co-participant in writing my story? What does that sound like? What does that look like? If you need more help with this, you can join my course. It's the Synergy on Motherhood and Business class. I will leave the link down below. It's 6 weeks to taking yourself from feeling overwhelmed, from feeling like you have zero control of your day, of your life, of your career, and really getting into this place of intentional imbalance, getting into this place of enjoying the chaos of it all and knowing exactly how to navigate the unexpected. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was inspirational for you. If you have any additional tips that you want to add, go ahead and put them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Sweet nightmares, Beast Fam.